Right, today I'm going to show you how to make a boilie base mix, roll the base mix, and hopefully this evening, if we've got time, we're going to go out and catch some fish on the base mix. Right, so I've been wanting to make a nut base boilie for a hell of a long time, but didn't want to steal a recipe off the internet. So I spent a bit of time thinking about what I wanted to achieve, and during the other day when I was making up a spod mix for the weekend, I added aniseed oil and molasses to the mix, and when I added it I got a really strong smell of blackjacks, and from when I was a kid I love bloody blackjacks. I thought, what a good flavour to add over a nut based boilies. You've got the nutty taste, you've got the sweetness of the molasses and the strong smell of the aniseed. I spent a little while the other night sitting down thinking, what am I going to make the base out of, and I came up with this. Basically it's 500 grams of 50-50 base mix, which is going to be the base of virtually any boilie you make. Then we got peanut meal, 200 grams of that. Like I say, this is not a mix I've done before, so I'm not sure about consistencies, whether it's actually going to work, so I'm not going to mix up bundles of it in the first place. So I've aimed to keep the total base mix amount to be about 1 kilo. So at the moment I'm on 700. On top of that we've got our tiger nut meal. So this is our nutty content of it. 100 grams of the tiger nut. Then after that I wanted to add some fish meal. I didn't want to go for like a really oily, stinky fish meal, because hopefully this will be a bait I'll be able to use in the colder months as well. So I've gone for the pre-digested. I love the smell of that. It's got really creamy, sort of soft, fluffy texture and smell to it. So that I'm going to add 200 grams. Well, roughly 200 grams. Remember, it's not rocket science. Then for a bit more protein, I've got this stuff called Pro Gold 60. I haven't got a clue what it's made up of. If anyone knows, please message me. But it seems to be a good additive that a lot of people use. Nice colour as well, yellow. 100 grams of that. Then finally, the Bacillus CLO. In English terms, egg biscuit. £100 grams of that. Right, that's it for the base. Now I'm going to add a few more bits. I've got a little blend of extra additives that I add to all of my boilers. I'm actually going to keep a little bit of a secret for the moment. But no matter what you add to it, if you've got a shit base, you're going to end up with a shit boilie. The base is essential. I'm just going to whack this through a sieve now and make sure it's all nicely blended together. Alright, sieve and bowl. In that goes. This is going to get any lumps and bumps and generally start the mixing process between all the different powders that we put together. I can tell that already, it's got a lovely creamy smell to it. There we go. Alright, now for the secret bits. Right, this is the secret little package that I'm not going to tell you about. You can guess the top one, it's blatantly chili flakes. Hence why I'm wearing this mask, because once I put these things into the liquidizer to blend them up to get them a bit finer, this is going to kick. I've done it before and it's not very nice at all. Right, there we go. As you can see, even with the mask on, it's started to get to me already, so. And I quickly add that in. Oh, fuck. Add that into there. And I'm just going to go get some air for 2 minutes because that shit kicks. Right, my face has calmed down a little bit now, so I'm going to mix all the ingredients up together. Best way, into a big carrier bag. Double the bag up. Just in case it splits, because you don't want it to go all over the floor. Breathe into it, don't breathe it in because it won't do you any good. I'll give it a good old shake about. Civil again, civil, sieve again. Right, don't worry about them big bits, they can go in as well. A bit of texture never hurt. And voila, we have a base mix. Okay, quick talk about the equipment. Starbait's 15mm rolling table, Starbait's hand compressor gun. I have got a proper compressor and an air pump, but really for 1 kilo it's not worth getting it out. But for bigger batches, definitely worth the investment. I found that one for 45 quid in Lidl, so shop around to get yourself a deal. This was lent to me by my good friend Tim. Thank you very much, mate. It's getting plenty of use. Still owe you some boilies, mate. And apart from that, that's all the kit you need. Oh, catching tray. Something to catch it out. I've hooked this up on a hinge just to make ease of rolling. Right, like I said before, as this is a mix I've not done before, I don't know how much quantities of liquid it's going to take to make the base mix be the right consistency, so I'm going to do a small batch just to try and work out the ratios, and then I can times that up to whatever quantities I want to mix in one go. So first I'm going to start with 2 eggs. Molasses liquid. Probably about 20ml molasses. Also remember, write it down because you always forget. So you've got 2 egg, 20ml molasses, aniseed oil. You don't need much of this stuff. 10ml oil. Then finally, minimino liquid. So again, you don't need much of this at all. Then, just because I like it, blackcurrant flavouring. Half a cap. And a tablespoon of black dye. I'd normally add this to the base mix first, but because we're doing it the wrong way round. I don't know how much base mix I'm going to need. I'm going to add it to this. So, generous forkful, black dye. Give it a good old whistle. Right, now you've got your liquids mixed together thoroughly. Let's start with 100 grams, good as anywhere. What's that? It's 150 actually, let's go for 2, see what happens. 2-ish. Use your mixing fork. Give it a good blend together. Oh, I can tell straight away that's not going to be enough powder. That's another 50-ish. So what are we on now? 250. Oh yeah, before I forgot. I did forget. 10 ml aniseed, 5 ml amino or min amino, and half cap black. That's coming to a sort of dryish, doughy consistency. Now, because of the dye, I'd recommend getting yourself some rubber gloves. They're so cheap. You never know, you might have them already. Depends what you're into. And get into it with your hands. Right. You can see it's a pliable dough. I've blatantly added too much black dye in there, but that won't cause any harm. Texture's good. It's not sticking to my hands, but still pliable, still not crumbling apart. And that looks good. So what I'll do is I'll quickly gun that out, see how it rolls. Oh yeah, another tip. If you use a small brush just to line the oil either side of your table, you end up with a lot less sticking. Don't put too much on because it will just slip and you won't be able to roll it properly. Just a fine little coating every couple of goes to just keep everything smooth and slippery. I don't know if you can see that, it's rolled pretty good, but there's obviously too much oil in there, so some of them haven't rolled properly. But To tell the truth, it doesn't matter for today anyway. You can also add a little bit of oil to your tray. Stop the boilies sticking together. Right, basically because I know where I'm going to be fishing and I don't need to actually fire the boilies out that far, I'm not going to make them round. It just adds a lot more time and effort to the process of rolling them. So I'm going to make what I call, and what other people call, pillows. So all you need to do for pillows is just literally press down, a little slide backwards and forwards, and that's it. Saves time, a lot of effort. The carp really don't care what shape they are. If anything, it can only help you, and you'll get it done 5 times quicker. Right, let's knock up a bigger batch and get them all knocked out. Right, so now I've times everything by 5, so I've got the bigger quantities, and that should come out to the same consistency as I got the first lot. Right, so now your sausages has hardened off a bit. You're going to load them into the gun. Start your rolling. Right, and that's it. Didn't take too long really, probably 10, max 15 minutes. Lovely. I kept myself a little lump of paste to the side just because it's always good to have a bit of paste. Right, and done. They're sticking together a bit, but as soon as they go into the Burko, I'll sort them right out. And that's the next task, so let's go get the water boiling. Alrighty then, we've got it nice and boiling. Going to start the clock at 3 minutes and counting. Boilies in there. Right. There we go. Even though that went in one big lump, as soon as the water hit it, they've completely broken up and they're all, as I thought, completely loose boilies. I think I'm going to have to sort it out. I don't think it's going to live up to getting them out actually. Right, what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to tip the whole lot, once it's ready, straight onto the drying rack. What's that, about a minute now. See, as soon as I added them in, it's taking it completely off the boil, which isn't ideal, but it should have been enough to seal them in the first place, give them that nice skin. Right, a minute and a half in. Starting to see the first one just gently start to roll as the water warms up the air inside the boilie. That's what's happening. It warms up the air wants to expand and then the boilie floats. Go on. You know they say there's nothing worse than watching a kettle boil. Is that the saying? Or something like that. Right, that's actually like 2 3/4 minutes, but they're not floating yet. Probably shouldn't have had them all in one go. I'm gonna give it a little while longer. What you can always do is just whip them out, and give them a little squeeze. Right, that's feeling tough to the touch. I think they're done. Okay, power supply out the way because you don't want to be tipping over on that. I wouldn't recommend doing that at home. If you do it, find a pair of gloves. There we go, lovely boilies. Right, I've just had a great idea. It's probably not original, but if you had cooked up your spod mix or any kind of particles beforehand, keep the water. Keep the water, and why not boil your boilies in the water that you've cooked your particles in, because so much natural sugars and flavours come out of the particles that you've cooked. It can only help the boilies, it can't do it any harm. If it doesn't do any harm, why not do it? Right, let's just show you that. Like I say, even though they didn't float, they're still hard to the texture. A little bit crumbly, but that's to be expected after 30 seconds after boiling. So, as it's now like 10 o'clock at night, I don't think I'm definitely not going to go out and try these tonight. My next opportunity is going to be on Sunday when I go to Burgess for my match practice. I'm going to take my blackcurrant spod mix with me, I'm going to take my blackcurrant boilies, and I'll keep you updated how they work, because this is completely new to me. I don't know if they're working or if they're not. I've got a funny feeling they will do, but there's only one way to find out, and that's not a fight.
One you just cast out as well?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything on there.
I bet it's one of those. You got 2 nets?
Yeah.
You're lucky.
There could be one, there could be a little one on it.
Bam. Bam.
Yeah?
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of big. Can I hold him?
No.
Why?
You've got to be careful, you don't want to drop it.
I won't drop it.
Right, this is the problem we got, little ones like this.
Yeah, can I hold it?
Come down here then.
Alright then.
Be careful now. Come on this side. Yeah, so you're going to drop, you can kneel down. Kneel down. Kneel down like that, yeah? Right, there you go. You can put him back for me, yeah? Now smile at the camera.
Huh?
Right, now stick him back. Go on, Bam, stick him back.
I didn't know my name.
He just said it. I know your granddad as well.
What's his name?
John. Alright, let's deal with the big one.